Hello. Um, as you may have known, I am known as Tango, but for this story, you can just call me by my actual name, Kelsey. And I really want to, explain the situation that I've been going through this recent month. And, sorry, I'm whispering, it's just fucking family is outside and waking up. But I want to address the situation that I've been through this past month, so that my viewers might understand, and why I've probably put the Too Far map on hold, or possibly going to get cancelled. The cancelled part will be later on, but for now I'm just going to explain it from the start. And, well, let's just call these people by different names. So we'll call one Robot and the other one Ghost. Me and Robot were really, really close friends. We were like best friends, and I trusted him really, really much. I cared about him, and I made stuff for him. You could see some of my creations in the channel. But we've been going through arguments for a few... Sorry, my throat hurts. We've had arguments in the past, and I thought we could have just moved on from them, because they didn't really mean anything. Especially with what I said to him way before, when I was really stressed back then. I told him that I hated him. I can get stressed easily. And, so he would use that as an advantage, and every time when an argument would start, it came with the pattern that he said that I was pushing him away. Then it came with the things that he says that I always hated him from the beginning. I hated him in the beginning, of course, because I've been through male trauma. And I'm not going to go into specific detail about those male traumas. So I've had androphobia for quite a while, in my teen years. And that's why I hated him at the beginning, because I thought he would just be like everyone else, just a manipulative little bitch. And when I got to know him a little bit more, I trusted him, and I cared so much about him that I'd risk health for him, I'd risk mental health. I literally would wake up at the time that he would wake up, so that I could see him online and ask if he was okay, if he had a nice sleep, and all that stuff. But recently things have gone downhill. So that's the friendship between me and Robot, so you guys could understand that. Now here comes the fucked up thing for the past few months. I've recently had this new OC called Cotton, and she dated one of Robot's OCs back then. And this was when I was trying to get used to the other people of this amino that I usually go to. And because I'm not used to expanding my friendship group when it's already big enough. And then after a few weeks of this ship happening with Cotton and FPD, I was waiting to use her at one point for a roleplay. So I had to involve one of my other OCs, Jack, to ask if anyone has seen the other OC that's dating my OC. Then, another one of Robot's OCs explained that the OC dating Cotton was with another person and having a kid. And so that's when the polygamous drama started to kick in. Polygamous, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's where 3 people or more have consented all together to be in a relationship. And my OC, I was dragged into that sort of situation, almost unknown. Because apparently Ghost had quote-unquote forced Robot to make another OC from Ghost, do stuff with the OC that's dating Cotton to have a kid. And I never knew any of this because he never explained it to me until it all happened, and it put me into a panic attack for approximately 2 weeks, because I can have panic attacks really easily if it's something from my fears. And so this caused my panic attack sensitivity to become really more weak, so I'd get panic attacks more easier. And I'm glad that I stopped that I didn't want to be a part of it, because I'd be scared to know what my OC would have been now in that relationship. But I feel like that's the start of why those two are now, like, hating me, I guess. Because I didn't give consent for this relationship, because it was so sudden. And I have, like, a PTSD from children as well, so when they had that kid, that kid was so fucking PTSD-inducing. So when I'm in a stage 3, which is, like, visions and hearing, the main thing about it is that I hear that kid and see it. Then comes more drama where he argued with me, and he was doing the usual stuff, how he says that I've pushed him away and that I've hated him from the very beginning. And I have other friends, by the way, and I've explained it all to my friends, because this has happened many times, because I've got screenshots. I have tons upon tons of screenshots. And my friends wanted to get involved, and due to me being all upset, I thought, yeah, that should help. It just made things worse, and honestly. Then Robot has done things that are very questionable. So then I wanted to stand up for Ghost, and sometimes I just... it was weird. Trying to help Ghost and all that stuff, and I was invited into this thing called the Family Roleplay Chat. It was a private chat, so the creator of the amino wouldn't have known any of this unless screenshots were provided to him. And then, because I had to also a fake account, because during all this drama, I was banned from that amino, and I had to make a new account to get into that amino to protect Ghost, quote unquote. And during most of this, I just started to really hate Robot for the things he's been doing recently. He was like being all perverted, and basically a little cocksucking bitch. That's the best I can explain it before it sounds like I really do hate him. I do in the smallest, but I cared for him for so long. For him to say this on and on is just, and all that stuff. Then, it's so hard to explain. Then, due to my school, because I am recently in the second to last year or grade for high school, exams are coming up pretty soon. So I have to work hard for my exams for an upcoming future, so I can get proper jobs and all that stuff, because when I grow up, I either want to be an animator or a writer. And so I kept on getting stressed with people venting to me, because I mean, due to my disability, I'm incapable of feeling empathy, and I hate having to act empathetic for people, because I'm scared that they'll start yelling at me and hating me. And I couldn't just ask them to stop venting to me because I just didn't have the heart to. And so with all this like stress and stuff, I began snapping, and I snapped in the family roleplay chat. And I didn't expect that many people to get hurt. I only expected like everyone to be like, okay, yeah, sure, because I've always felt like they didn't really care about me. And so when I left, I found out so many people were hurt, and I just wanted to go on and apologize. But when I did try to apologize to about 3 of the people, Ghost and 2 others, one of them just kept on yelling towards me, and I understand why they would, because like they were hurt and all that stuff, and I didn't really expect it to go like this. And so now I just made it so that I've told them all to like stop talking to me, and that's basically the drama so far. That's basically it all shortened down. Some of it is still fuzzy to me because it's been a few weeks and I've been trying to move on. And it's honestly really painful that I'm going to have to move on from people that were really, really nice. But they didn't really give me a second chance anyways. So it's my fault for that. And sometimes I just think of the other possibilities of what could have happened if I just did different things, you know? The moving on is quite challenging because the names of these people keep popping up in like my tests, my exams, my work. And it makes me like go into a panic attack because I really miss those people at times. But that's basically the drama so far. I've been recently trying to move on and I have other friends. I've got Liz, Lizzie Derp, Skyburp248, Wick Torex, and my girlfriend. The friendship group has shrunken by a milestone since like the last time I've even mentioned about my friends. And sometimes I just really wish I could have like was given a second chance or something to like explain the situation and probably like move on and fix it with other people. But now I just gotta accept this fact that now everyone hates me. I know I can't say his name. Robot is only having one screenshot. He tried to convince Skyburb to stop being friends with me, all because I snapped. I'm over here with like 40 to 60 screenshots of him doing bad things. So, yeah, that's basically all of it so far, and just wanted to explain it all to you guys. And I'm possibly gonna cancel the 2 farm map because one of the parts that were taken is taken by a person who I've affected from when I snapped. And I don't think I should continue it on or anything. Just so you know that this is only my side of what has happened. There's like 2 sides, 3 sides. But I like to mainly call it 2 sides because it's more confusing with the 3rd side. But other than that, that's everything I should mention right now. I don't want to victimize myself or anything. I don't want anyone to target any of like the people I've mentioned. So that's why I changed their names and all that stuff. But they're still recognizable. But other than that, yeah, that's everything I've wanted to say before I start victimizing myself and all that stuff. I just wanted to tell my side of this story. And I thank you all for anyone who's listened to this. And I hope you all have a good day. I don't have an outro. Goodbye.